And it made me think, because when you look at the history of new technology, it's pretty much always been that way. When people saw movies the first time, they jumped out of their seats because they thought the train was actually coming. The first time people heard music from a phonograph, they thought it was possessed by Satan and demons.
Right.
To this day, there are cultures around the world, if you take their picture, they think you've robbed their soul. So there's always been opposition to any technology that captures the likeness, the voice. People used to be afraid of voicemail, for that matter.
Right.
So I'm just wondering how you see this rolling out.
We'll get over that. So I'm a conservative, I'm a Christian, and I like am an early adopter of all this stuff, because at the end of the day, it's technology. So it's all user based. So if the user is bad, then they'll use the technology for bad. If the user is a good person, then they'll use it for good. The great thing about the Delphi platform is we try really, really hard to make sure that the sources that are training the clone, first of all, you have to identify yourself, who you are, prove your identity before you can create a clone with that name. Okay. And then from there, they're continuously looking at the content to make sure that the content is all attributable to you or cited correctly to whoever. And because it's not an open platform, it doesn't go out and it won't hallucinate, because it's not going out there getting all this bad data from somewhere, like the generative AIs, like the open AIs and all that stuff. So
now, let me ask you about that. I think it's pretty good. But there have been times, not as much lately, but there have been times when I've heard it give some generic advice that I know that against what I've said. So it had to have pulled at least some content, and they've got their creativity setting that allows you.
Yes, that's what
I'm just wondering if you've experienced any hallucination problems with some of your answers, and it does allow us to self-correct the answers.
But yes, it's the creativity setting that's on there that I think dictates that part of it.